Hey, you're watching Half Sip, the Lockpick and Welder. On today's episode, I'm going to be opening this Master Lock Model 140. Last time I opened the Master Lock number 3, I kind of thought, you know what, why not just go through like the progression list, or what most people's progressive list is like. So, started with the Master Lock number 3, which is, I guess, where most people start after the transparent lock, of course. I think that's probably where most people start. And then they go to a Master Lock number 3, and then to the Master Lock 140, or maybe a Brinks 40mm, but in my case I went with the 140, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to be using the Peterson's H1 hook again. This is the, the ENP, electroless nickel plated, or plastic, something like that. It's the cheap one, $3. And they're just really good. So it's a little bent, but whatever, it's still kicking. And then I'm going to be using this modified bottom of the keyway tensioner as top of the keyway. And I promised that I would talk about this in the last video, and I totally forgot. So my bad. But I guess I'll say a little bit about it now. In the the Sparrows, I think it's the number 1 tensioner kit. So the one that's got 6 tensioners, all bottom of the keyway, varying styles. Some of them are these little twisted ones with just one end, and then the other ones are, well, they were kind of like a Z bar, I guess, almost. So what I did was I took one of them, I stuck it in the keyway like this, kind of, I guess, and if I can get it in there, and I just twisted it. I twisted it until I was at the point where it sits straight up in the keyway, but gives me good tension. So I find it really comfortable, but more so why I really did this, which was the other question, is why did I do that? Because what I found, or what I find at least, is that the Sparrows tension bars that are less than the 40,000. So this is the 40,000s, and it's pretty stiff. I can put quite a bit of tension on it, and it's nice. It's not really too flexy. But anything less than that, and the thing just flexes too much, and I feel like I lose a lot of feedback, and I also feel like I lose tension control. It's harder to control the tension when the thing is so flexy, because I have to. You end up bending the thing so much just to get good tension, and then it's hard to let off. So with this, because it's a flat bar, but the other way, it doesn't bend. I don't really get any flexing, maybe a little bit from the twist, but there's really no flexing in the bar itself. So I have really good tension control, really good feedback, and it works in tons of different locks, really anything, because it's so thin, super thin, and it's not tall or anything, so it fits nicely in the keyway, and boom, it's easy to tension, and I can use it in anything, like even this tiny little thing here, it's gonna work in there more or less. So it's pretty sweet. I can't remember who I saw doing this. Maybe it was even more than one person, but I know that I saw at least one video where somebody was using one of these bottom of the keyway tensioners as a top of the keyway tensioner with that little twist in it. So I went with that as well, and so far it's been working really well. But I guess let's just see it in action, and yeah. Okay, so again, Master 140 with top of the keyway tension with the bottom of the keyway tensioner, but anyway. So the way that I go at something like this Master 140 is I use really heavy tension, and I just kind of ease the pins. I find that if I use lighter tension or medium tension even, I just get no feedback, no clicks, nothing. It's just a terrible experience. So I tension it lockpick and lawyer style, and I get decent clicks if I'm careful with lifting the pins. That's the big thing, is you really got to be careful with how you lift the pins. So let's see what we can do here. So starting with pin 1, I'm just going to ease it up very gently. Got a nice little click. Moving on to 2, same thing, just kind of easing it up. Get a nice little click. Moving on to 3, got a click. 4, same thing, just ease it up. If it wants to move at all, that's definitely 4. And there we go. Oh, almost lost it. So there we go. So decent clicks, no feedback because they're standard pins, but at least you get that positive click feedback. And again, if you're careful. So let me see if I can do this again a little bit quicker without the commentary. Again, really heavy tension, and then just very careful with the pins. Click on 1, click on 2, click on 3, click on 4. Something's not right. There we go. Oh, you fucking whore. Jesus Christ. Well, it turned a little bit. That's got to count for something. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, you know what? I need to redeem myself from that, because that's embarrassing. Okay. 1, binding. Click. 2, obviously binding. The way that I tension it, everything's binding. Click on 2. I think that was a click on 3. Click on 4. Again, I missed something there. I think it's probably 3. Yep. There we go. Alright, so that is the Master 140. It's a decent lock. You know what? I have a better time with this than I do with the number 3. I don't know. Maybe it's tolerances. Maybe it's just luck. Who knows? But Master 140. Oh, and also this is the long handle version. I forgot to mention that. I've got the short handled version as well. A couple of these. So there we have it. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope it was a little bit informative for someone, or at least enjoyable. From here, I'm going to go on to the 5540 next, which is one of my favorite locks. I've got a ton of them. Well, not a ton. I've got a bunch of them, but anyway. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed, and take care.